Okay, first things first, we're going to make the crust. So we have our muffin tin with our liners. You can do this without liners if you don't have any. You're going to need 4 tablespoons of sugar, 1 stick of butter, and we're going to melt that in a second. And then you're going to need 2 cups of graham cracker crumbs. Not sure how many of these crackers makes 2 cups. So one of these packages comes with 9 crackers. So we'll start with 9 crackers and see how it goes from there. Alright, so there's my smashed graham crackers. Let's measure it out. This cup is 2 cups. Oh yeah, perfect. So you only need 9 crackers, which is one of these packages. That's really convenient. Here we have our melted butter. So now we can take our 2 cups of graham cracker crumbs, our 1 stick of melted butter, and our 4 tablespoons of sugar. We're going to combine this all in a bowl, and then we can put it in our muffin tin to bake. You know when it's done, when all of the crumbs, all of the graham crackers, look a little wet and covered in butter. You don't want a dry crumb in there. Using the pre-made crust, that's even easier because you can skip this step. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to scoop I'm going to take a little bit and scoop it in. So you want to press down to make sure it covers the bottom. You don't want too much. You don't want any holes in the bottom. So it's not very much. This is going to make 24 of these crusts. So you have 24, twice as many as I'm showing here of these. If I had to measure it out, let's guess a good tablespoon scoop. Oh yeah, a good tablespoon would be perfect for your crust if you need. Once you've filled up your muffin tin with your crust, you're going to bake this at 325 for 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, so I just got my crust out of the oven after 8 minutes, so that means it's time to make the filling. First step for your cream cheese filling is mix the cornstarch and water together. This is going to replace the egg from your cheesecake. Normally cheesecake is made with eggs. So you need 3 tablespoons of cornstarch and 3 tablespoons of water. And we're going to mix this in a little bowl. And then we're going to set it aside because it needs to sit and get thickened. This is your thickener, cornstarch. Now I need my 3 tablespoons of water. And it doesn't matter the temperature of the water. So then you just want to mix it together really well until it's nice and smooth. So make sure you get all the cornstarch clumps. See, it's starting to clump up there. It's starting to thicken already. But you want to, if you needed a timer, you usually need about 5 minutes. That's why I like to do this step first, and that way I can mix everything else. By the time I mix everything else, it'll be 5 minutes or more. Alright, there we go. Clump free. Set that aside. 1½ cups of chocolate chips. 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. So I'm going to melt my chocolate chips and mix in together the heavy whipping cream. Alright, now our chocolate chips are melted. Look at that. I'm just gonna put them together in my mixing cup. Alright, now that I've made a mess, let's do the bulk of our filling. Okay, so now we can combine all of our filling ingredients. You're going to need your electric mixer, whichever one you're using. You're going to need your large mixing bowl. 24 ounces of cream cheese. So that is 3 8-ounces. They come in 8 ounces at my store, so I bought 3 blocks of cream cheese. Half a cup of sugar. 1/4 cup of your cocoa powder. 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk, which is one of these cans here. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Your cornstarch mixture. And your melted chocolate mixture. Okay, first things first, you're going to take out all your cream cheese blocks. Make sure they're room temperature, so leave them out. Or soften them in the microwave a little bit so they're easier to handle. We're going to beat our 3 blocks of cream cheese until smooth. So we're going to beat this on high until all smooth out. Let's beat it. Okay, now we can add our sugar. Half a cup of sugar. There it goes. Our 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. And our sweetened condensed milk. Mix this until creamy. Again, probably best to go on low this time to start with and work your way up. Okay, I kept it on low that whole time and it looks amazing. So I have 1 teaspoon of vanilla here. And the cornstarch mixture, so it's definitely been over 5 minutes in my kitchen. And we can put it in. Now we mix that up. Ooh, see on the bottom? It like stuck. I want that stuff. Let me scrape that in. There we go. Beat that in. Chocolate chip and heavy whipping cream mixture and beat that in. That's our last step here. Get as much chocolate in here as possible, please. Yes. Alright, look at that color. It looks like milk chocolate. It has this light brown color. So now this is ready to be put on top of the crust for our mini cheesecakes. Yes, we're almost done. Alright, so now we're going to fill all of our cheesecakes. You want to fill it to the top. So cheesecake, at least this cheesecake, doesn't rise. So you can fill it as high as you want. Obviously, you don't want to overfill because then it will just get all over your muffin pan. But fill up those bad boys right to the top. Alright. We're going to bake these at 300. So cool down your oven to 300 for 15 to 17 minutes. Then we're going to turn our oven off and let them sit for 15 minutes. Okay, so I let them bake for 15 minutes. I let them sit with the oven off for 15 minutes. And now I just crack the oven open a little bit and we're going to let them sit for 10 minutes, and then we're going to throw them in the fridge after that. Okay, so my cheesecakes were refrigerated for about 3 hours, and I thought they were really great at 3 hours. You can also do this overnight. This is a good recipe to make ahead of time. So the last step is to take your marshmallows, and we're going to broil our marshmallows to give that s'mores effect. I have two different sizes. I have some big ones that I'm going to use. You can put them sideways or straight up and down. It doesn't matter. It looks good either way. I like the sideways look. And I also have some mini marshmallows, so you can arrange your mini marshmallows however you want. You can do 3, you can do 4, 5. You can make a little tower of mini marshmallows. Let's see if I can get it to look like a little campfire. That would be cute. So if you like mini marshmallows, or if you like large marshmallows, use what you got. I'll show you both. Oh, that marshmallow looks funny. And you want to broil these right before you serve them. It only takes 5 minutes or less, depending on how crispy you like your marshmallows. So broil them right before you hand them to whoever you're giving them to, or if it's just for yourself. Broil them before you eat them. We broiled them on high for 5 minutes, and look how good they turned out. The marshmallows, they're crispy, crunchy on the outside. You can see the ooey gooey on the inside. And if you serve them hot, the marshmallows will just melt out onto the cheesecake. Alright, so I need to crack one of these open. Oh, look how easy that pulls away from the cupcake. You can see the graham cracker layer, your chocolate cheesecake, and your marshmallow on top. Oh yeah. Let's do some fancy cutting open shots of this.